Our next presenter is someone whose outstanding work has covered U.S. politics, policies, and foreign affairs. It's brought her from print media to television. She's a senior correspondent for the PBS NewsHour, moderator of Washington Week, and has lent her sharp analytical approach to moderating presidential debates of all things as well. Please welcome my friend Gwen Ifill.
Last year, I was privileged to stand here and present our award to an imprisoned journalist who could not be here that night to accept it. Tonight, I have the opportunity to fix that. As a reminder that persistent advocacy does pay off. Inula Pataliyev was imprisoned in Azerbaijan in 2007, shortly after publishing an in-depth piece highly critical of the official probe into the murder of his former boss and mentor. Following a series of spurious accusations, authorities jailed Pataliyev, sentencing him to more than 10 years in prison and multiple trumped-up charges. All were fabricated to shut him up, to censor his searing exposés of the government. In 2009, when his sentence was increased, CPJ honored him with this award. We campaigned for his freedom, but authorities would not budge. They even defied a ruling by the European Court of Human Rights, which ordered his immediate release. In a country where the deportation, detention, and intimidation of journalists are commonplace, we have reason to hope for change. Tonight, we see the reason we hope. After 4 years of unjust imprisonment, Pataliyev was released in May, and we are overjoyed to celebrate his freedom here with us tonight. It is my great pleasure to present the 2009 International Press Freedom Award to Inula Pataliyev.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, I have come back from a place where time stands still. Neither night falls there, nor does day come. Bare walls, cold dampness, and darkness rule. In that place, it's easy to forget that there is a colorful world out there, where people walk free, and some of them are even happy. In that place, the only thing that can help you overcome your fears is shame. Not shame before a mighty power, which had the capacity to physically destroy you only because you have exercised your right to freedom of expression. But shame that comes with the realization that a journalist who gives in to intimidation, who becomes obedient, has already lost the fight for that right. And only press freedom can beget trust. 6 years ago, my colleague and close friend Elmar Huseynov was murdered. He was a brave journalist and a sharp critic of the Azerbaijan administration. Paying my last tribute to Elmar, I made an oath that I would solve his killing. Some time passed, and I succeeded in tracking down the criminals who committed this atrocity for the purpose of silencing him. Because I found the criminals, I was immediately sent to prison. The 2 newspapers I edited, which were the most popular in Azerbaijan at the time, were shattered by a government that has no tolerance of criticism and alternative views. About 100 journalists who were on my staff or collaborated with my newspapers were subjected to all kinds of harassment, threats, beatings, persecution. As for me, I was sentenced to a total of 16 years of imprisonment on a variety of fabricated charges, from defamation to tax evasion to terrorism. All of my property, including editorial equipment and even my personal computer, was confiscated. I experienced the retaliation of a relentless, repressive state at its full capacity. In my hour of need, when I felt isolated and deserted, when I had almost lost hope that I would ever be let out of jail alive, the Committee to Protect Journalists did its utmost to save me. I spent more than 4 years in detention, of which 2 years in solitary confinement. It was my father only who had access to me. Every week, he would bring me news about your advocacy efforts, about your statements, and about your actions in my support. These actions seemed to keep his spirits up and kindle his and my hopes. Yes, it was your committee that played a crucial role in my release. 2 years ago, dejected, I was sitting in my damp, dimly lit, solitary cell, giving myself to solemn thoughts about the ups and downs of fortune. Every day felt like it could be my last. Suddenly I learned that your committee had granted me this high prize. I felt happy, for I realized that I had escaped oblivion. Today I am free, thanks to you and the efforts of the international community. I'm trying to be conscious of what has happened, and of my responsibility to this high prize. The state's action against me failed to shut me up, and today I am determined to restart my newspapers. My readers and the people of Azerbaijan deserve to have them back. Once again, I would like to thank you for this high honor. Thank you very much.